As you sit there breathing in, feeling the rhythm of your breath, you might begin to wonder, have you ever found yourself caught in a loop, a pattern, that just seemed to repeat itself? And the more you noticed it, the more you realised patterns are everywhere, woven into every thought, every interaction, every expectation. And yet, have you ever noticed just one small shift, just a tiny change, can completely alter the direction of an entire experience? When you really think about it, or maybe even without thinking, you might start to remember, was there ever a time when something unexpected happened and suddenly everything changed? A time when a surprise, a joke, a sudden shift made you feel different instantly. And isn't it interesting how the mind can be so easily interrupted, redirected, refocused into something new, something exciting, something powerful? Because you see, the unconscious mind already knows every state is temporary, every belief malleable, every expectation a suggestion that can be rewritten. And just as easily as you can recall a moment of surprise, you can learn to create those moments intentionally. And what happens when you realise that you're the one who sets the pattern, and you're the one who breaks it? Because have you ever felt completely certain, completely in control, knowing exactly how to lead, how to shift, how to guide? And even if you haven't before, isn't it fascinating? Just by imagining it now, it starts to become real. And just like that, as you allow yourself to step into that state, the more natural it begins to happen, effortlessly, playfully, as if you've always known how. Now as you recall those times, those moments, when you laughed unexpectedly, when someone said something so surprising, so unpredictable, that your mind had to stop for a second and reset, have you ever noticed, in those moments, you're completely open, receptive, ready for something new? And isn't it true, the most charismatic, engaging, fascinating people, they don't follow predictable scripts. They don't repeat the same patterns. Instead, they create curiosity. They mix things up. They shift between emotions. And they keep people guessing, keep them engaged, keep them wanting more. And you might begin to wonder how easy it is to start embodying that right now. Because as you think about this, as you feel yourself shifting, you might notice, even now, you're already absorbing these principles, integrating them deeply, as your unconscious mind begins to recognize that pattern interruptions, they're simple, effortless and automatic. And what happens when you realize that every interaction, every moment, is an opportunity to shift the frame? Now, do you remember a time when someone asked you a question, and instead of answering, you turned it back around? A time when you took control, not by force, but by redirection. And doesn't it make sense? The person with the strongest belief, the one who controls the frame, they're the one who leads. And as you embrace this understanding, as it settles into the deepest part of your mind, you begin to notice all of this is already becoming second nature. That every word, every movement, every pause, it can be a strategic shift, a subtle nudge, a playful tease. And that is what makes you compelling, irresistible and magnetic. Because people think they want certainty. What they really crave is excitement, unpredictability, the thrill of the unknown. And you're the one who gives them that effortlessly. So if you ever imagine what it feels like to be that person, to own the space, to create intrigue, to master each interaction, simply by being completely at ease, completely in control and completely free. And just as you allow that thought to settle, you might begin to notice that you've already changed. Something inside you has already shifted, because now every conversation, every interaction becomes a playground, a dance, where you set the rhythm, and others can't help but follow. And as you continue to play with this, you step into it.